Hey everybody, and I want to start today's conversation with we are all beautiful in our own way, and we all need to love ourselves, okay? And that gets us into the conversation of unattainable beauty standards. That's right. This generation has been brought up to
It's the Instagram era.
Yeah, to love the Kardashians and what have you.
Yeah,
and
that's
be like that.
That's exactly right. And think about think about people who use Instagram. You can't even tell who's real anymore unless they say, this is me with no filters. It's always some kind of filters, cropping photos, putting filters. So if you don't know anybody, you're just looking at this whole internet fad as, these are a bunch of people that are constantly doing up their photos.
Well, you know what they call them now. You got the Instagram models, as they put it. They put it as Instagram models.
So let me ask you a question about that. If there's an Instagram model, do they know do they use filters or are they natural? That's what I don't understand.
Doesn't everybody use filters?
Well, that's what I'm assuming.
It's a filter type of world right now.
But then you can almost have anybody be. So why is that person an Instagram model and someone else isn't? If everyone's using filters,
and I don't even know if they even get paid to do what they do, but I just there's certain people that all they do all day long is get dressed and stand in front of a mirror and take pictures and upload onto a social media to see how many likes or who comments and what.
Well, I'm not on Instagram. So
I am. The Facebook and Instagram era for me is almost over.
Which eventually this show will be on Instagram, coming soon. But for right now, it's not. But it will be. But yeah, I don't. So I always see it in the news, or I see it on YouTube, or I see a bunch of, you hear about it because that's a common thing where you just have these people there doctoring photos, and it's every kind of platform. But, it brings me to this thing. I was watching TV yesterday, right? And I saw a commercial for Rue 21. I don't really know what that is. I think it's a clothing thing, whatever. But they had a plus-size model on there. And I know lately it's been a thing where they're trying to, the body positivity and all that.
Yeah, you see more commercials, more body-positive women.
Yes.
You do now.
And I don't know if that's a clothing company for bigger girls or if it's just a regular clothing company. You still have they're making it like did you see the new Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition?
I did not.
The cover.
I probably should have though.
Yeah, if you look up the cover, you see I forget the girl's name, but she's under the plus size model.
Okay.
And they have a couple of issues of covers, and she's on one of them. So I don't know. Is this what we're moving towards? Because obviously, there's a whole industry built.
Correct, obviously.
Yeah, but there's a whole industry built on. That's the whole industry. It's built on models of skinny girls and.
But it is changing. It is almost a little bit changing because, like I said, 10 years ago, you never saw any type of plus type models on.
Except for that first girl. I can't remember her name either. There was one girl who got into it who was one of the first plus size models. Yeah. And I get it because there are a lot of guys out there who like women who are not.
They did put the eyes in the front. So
yeah.
God did it. I didn't do it.
Yeah, there are women who like women other than those stick figures that go on there. But there's a reason why they're there. It's so and I think everybody lately, it's been the last couple of years, everyone's always complaining, especially the media is always saying that there's these standards for women are becoming
more and more.
They're unattainable. Is really what they are. They're unattainable, and I think for some women you'll never be able to reach that type.
But most women should not need to. I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
I love a little bit of meat on my woman's bones. Obviously, I don't like them. I love women, but I like them a little bit more on the plus side.
Yeah.
Not too much, but
which I think
the thighs,
I think most men are actually like that. Obviously, you have these like Victoria's Secret models, these runway models, these things. I don't know if they have any I think there actually is plus size models that go
Oh, yeah.
on the runway.
Yes.
You know,
100%.
I think
they're you know they do everything now on the runway. You'll see anything on a runway now.
I just
Men,
think
women plus.
yeah, which is
all
true.
that.
You know, I think there has to be. I mean, I like the idea of a little variety, but I think it still needs to keep it classy. And obviously they're not out there to replace these models. They're not going to lose their jobs.
No,
because
beauty wins over anything.
Yeah, because they're not doing all plus size. But going back to like, especially with these teenage girls growing up, they're seeing this, and like you said before, it's a clear view, like the whole Kardashian era.
Yeah, it was all you can be. You could be rich and famous, and you had to be these bodies that were just, like you said, unattainable. And now, with the way the future's going, people are taking shortcuts.
Well,
not the whole body injection.
Yeah.
The
ass implants.
Now everybody's going with their lips, their nose, their ass implants.
Yeah.
And some of it is getting a little bit much to me. I mean, like they
Oh,
say,
yeah.
like they say, when women get fake breasts, and it's fake. But like I said, if they fell in the forest, they'd make a sound.
Yeah.
So
the biggest thing too is you can notice it if it's a big drastic change.
Yeah, and like I said, that's when it gets bad. And look at how far makeup has came. Before it was your lip, your eyes, and maybe a little bit of blush. You can literally, I know people out there, you've seen it on the Instagram, on Facebook, you can literally altercate the way anybody looks.
Yeah, I've seen that. I saw one with
disgusting.
I saw a chick with no teeth, and she
oh my God, it's just
put her teeth in, and she was so different.
Within 3 hours, these women can, and I mean, I know guys have done it too with the hairlines, the fake hairlines that they're doing now.
Yeah, I saw.
But again, I mean, that is false advertisement at its best.
And that's what you find on Instagram. That's what you find on dating sites. That's
you
the
just
kind
don't know who's real anymore.
And I think there's a part of it where I think, you should make obviously people want to feel good about themselves.
Yes.
Which I'm cool with. But I think there's a part where it's just, when it comes to online, they're just all like make-believe. If you really want to do it, why not try to make yourself better? Why not eat better? Why not exercise? Why not try to do that instead of just putting this fake person? You're living in a metaverse.
And again, when you get older, it gets harder. Believe you me, it gets much harder when you get older to keep in shape and do all that. And it's hard. It's hard, and I understand why people try to take shortcuts, because when you get older, it is 100% harder to keep in shape and look as what everybody in the world is hoping you're supposed to look like. And you shouldn't try to change yourself for somebody else.
Yes, that's true.
You always want to love yourself first. And, there's a thin line between the both, because, again, if it's somebody that's unhealthy or something like that, you want to force them or help them as much as you can to get better by exercising, anything like that. But, again, unobtainable things that is just out there.
Yeah, there's that because it comes down to body types. It comes down to
insecurity.
Well, yeah, I mean insecurity, but like some women, like if you look at these magazines or some women just aren't 5'8", 5'9", so you're just never gonna look like that. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think it comes back around to the individual where you have to realize where your limits are, and I think that's what the whole thing is with this. It's unattainable is because you're looking at these women, why can't I be tall? Why can't I be skinny? Why can't I? And your genetics just don't allow it, But I think a bigger part of that is it's causing these young girls, it's messing up their social lives.
Because all they're trying to do is be pretty, get likes.
Because they're going on Instagram and they're leaving and they're going to school and they have no confidence. They feel like they're not adding up. You know what I mean?
You get that, and it doesn't help that society sees everybody, like you said, in magazines, commercials, the mostly the rich and famous looking usually the best, and they're out there for everybody to see.
Yeah.
24/7, you're watching that. Your phone, TV, magazines. I mean, it's everywhere.
And that's the biggest problem, because people like that have the resources. They have personal trainers. They have professional cooks. They have money.
Everything.
It does. And that's where you should, when it comes to this, you have to be secure with yourself. You need to make yourself look how you want to look, not to look like someone you aspire to. I think that's where a lot of this miscommunication is coming from. It's trying to look like, how many girls out there are going to look like Kim Kardashian?
Or now,
they don't have the money to do it.
Longevity of someone like J-Lo. I mean,
yeah, that's true too. But she takes. Obviously, I'm sure she has professional help.
Of course she does.
And
she gets to eat right, exercise when she needs to. She gets good plans.
Because she has the means to do it.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's had any work done.
I don't believe so. That woman is just incredible.
But you're going to get 1 out of a million like that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, because like I said, nowadays, I mean, like I said, with surgery and all that, you can usually always tell when somebody is enhanced or
most of the time you
especially
can.
in the nose, the cheekbone areas.
Especially if you knew that person before, and then
I mean, like we said, we've seen J-Lo since In Living Color.
Yeah.
And the woman has never changed.
Yeah, she's not not at all. Not changed at all.
See, so someone like that you could admire. She's worked hard. Obviously, she's had money and help along the way.
Resources. That's the biggest thing you can have is the resources. So when people at home, when they say they want to be, they want to look like this, or how come I'm not beautiful like that? Well, first of all, you can't be lazy. You need to take care of yourself first of all.
We all are beautiful in our own ways, but
if
you want to change,
if you want to change, you can't sit home feeling sorry for yourself.
Around, yes, exactly. You cannot sit around, feel sorry for yourself, or throw shade or blame at, oh, well, J-Lo can do it because she has money.
It's exactly what happens too.
Yes, and that happens a lot. J-Lo can do it, she's got money. Okay, well, yeah, J-Lo is exceptional, okay? We all know that. But we're not asking you to, to be J-Lo.
That's right. You shouldn't want to be someone else.
You should want to be yourself and be the best version of yourself. Because being the best version of yourself, don't worry about what anybody else thinks. You do what you need to do for yourself. And that's why what I brought up with the health issues. If you're somebody that looks on TV and says, "Oh, I hate that girl because she looks like that," but you're sitting on the couch eating a bag of chips, and crying about it. Yeah, we don't want to see anything like that.
And that's not going to help you at all. That's not going to get you further in life.
You're the only person that can change the way you feel about yourself. And the first thing everybody needs to do is stop blaming anybody else for their mishaps. And just get up and do something. Yeah. That's basically it.
You honestly do. You have to get up and work on yourself. Because that's the first thing people do. You're right. They go on there, they see people, and the first thing they do, they hide behind their computers and they throw shade. Immediately. Oh, well, she's got this, or he's got that. Yeah, of course, they do have that, and they do have extra time. They do have extra money.
Well,
you're right.
But we're not them.
Yeah, exactly. You're not going to be that person, so you need to go. You need to work with what you have. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen some pretty incredible people turn out with people who have only what they have. They don't have any excess like some people do. You know what I mean? So it is possible. You just can't be a bitter person and constantly tear everybody. And that's what happens with Instagram. You have, you get all these girls looking at these pictures and they go to school and they're judging each other.
Of course. And judgment shouldn't be
and their self-esteem.
I mean, like you said, the mental impact of, being excluded from other groups because you don't think you're good enough. That aspect of the whole situation is one that I deem the worst. Because once you get mentally involved and you're not mentally strong enough to help or to get out of the funk that you're in, then we talk about, suicidal tendencies and things nobody wants to hear about. People taking lives because You know, I there was a movie I just saw the other day where a beautiful girl took her life because she felt like she wasn't as popular as the other girls in her school, and it's crazy that somebody, you know, who does look good would take their own life, and that's what makes you think that this conversation we're talking about, the unattainable beauty,
it's real.
It's real. Everybody is beautiful again in their own way. Everybody needs to love themselves, and when you have like we just had it like six episodes ago, we were talking about the beautiful girl that took her life. She worked for a news article. She was a beauty star pageant.
Yeah, that's right. That's
and she studied law.
That's
and
right.
Again, you wonder, she was beautiful. So is this unobtainable beauty that far out of reach that you have women that are actually incredible take their own life because they think they're not good enough?
See how what you're explaining how it boils over into their social life.
Yeah.
So they don't still sit home and scroll through their phone and say, "Oh, she's pretty. I wish I looked like her." It goes further than that. It goes into their social dynamics, which goes out into society as a whole. So now you have this whole generation of women who think like that, who think they're not good enough. So they're not attracting good men. They're not, getting good jobs. They're not doing all these things because
you get yourself into your own head, and that's where shit goes wrong.
Because I think, and I think because there's nobody on this side of the computer talking to these girls and explaining like this is real life. This is not real life. This is real life. You can. You have you see things. You can say, okay, I would like to get to that level. But this is what I have.
Have goals.
That's what they have.
We had an episode like that too. Have goals. Make sure you know what you're trying to reach and what you're trying to get to is obtainable. We're not asking you to shoot for the stars. It just now in this society, like I said, this is what we do. We get up on here, we talk to you guys, try to have a conversation with you. I'm not, I love what I do, but at the same time, the best thing for society right now is to throw the phones on the ground and go outside.
The problem with that, and I agree with that, but it's a new generation.
Yeah, I know, and it's sad. But again,
I'm
here to give you my opinions. I'm here to conversate with
right.
you. And I feel, like I said, we're sit here, we do this on our phones, on the social networks. But again, the way for this society to actually grow and get better is to seriously throw down the phones, throw down all.
It is, and if you have friends or family, talk to somebody and understand like this is, and she says, "Oh, look at this girl." Have a conversation with your daughter or something and explain to her, this is not what it is. This is she used filters and this and that. Give them some confidence. What I'm saying? Explain to them before, because a lot of parents don't do it. They just let their kids go on there through the teenage years, and teenage girls who are young from the age of 13 to 18 are very, very impressionable.
Very.
You know what I mean? And this is where they're grabbing them. They're grabbing them there. You know what I mean?
They want to be the next best thing, and they're easily grabbed and taken.
But if you don't kind of monitor or kind of find out what they're looking at, what's going on, they don't have any voice of reason. You know what I mean? They're only living their life by what they see, and what they see on a computer screen or a phone screen.
Yeah, I wish I could put a blindfold and a trench coat over my daughter for 10 more years until she's 19, 20.
You are, it's you wish. I mean,
this is not the world we live in.
And I think because I have a teenage daughter, and I don't go through her phone all that, but I know what she's on. She'll show me pictures, and she has the confidence for me and her mother to explain to her, this is what, this is the fake world, and this is the real world.
Yeah.
So you need to do the best that you can, and not be the best that, one of these Instagram models is doing. And she has the concept of that. She's one of the girls that she understands because I give her the time to explain to her I'm the voice of reason. This is the real life, and she has friends who don't have that and who are very. There's kids in high school getting nose jobs. There's kids, doing all these things that are just, trying to better themselves.
And fit in.
But I think the biggest problem is there's all these shortcuts. with the plastic surgery, because you can't live. Yeah, you can't live on filters your whole life, or you can't be doing. I mean, you know, you can do your makeup like that every day.
Look at it from a different perspective. These women that are on Instagram and all these social medias all day long, changing outfits, changing makeup, getting back on, taking photos. What kind of life is that to live? I mean, do you even know if they're happy, or are they searching for happiness by putting themselves out there because they think that's the only way they can do it?
Exactly. That's exactly right.
That's the difference you have to take away from it. Not every actor or model, you know, is living the glam life. You know, you got to get.
No.
You know, if you were into their heads, you'd probably see they wouldn't want to be where they're at.
But and you're right.
Fans and everything to people.
But the problem is the way it's portrayed on here, because you only see, you know, what those people want the world to see, not the whole thing. Same thing with, like, you know, people go on Facebook and they're always posting this and saying this. They're trying to make their life sound like they're amazing.
Yes,
and I know some of those people. I know,
people.
Facebook family,
on
you know,
Facebook,
fake stuff.
They're smiling, but in real life, they're sad.
They're miserable. Their life is not what it cares to be.
And you know those, you can almost tell with those people that just, it seems like they're always, they post every day. And every day it's always something, oh, it's been great, I've done this, I've done that. Well, I mean, you know, sometimes you can tell, man, somebody's searching for attention.
Yeah, of course. And because what keeps them going is those likes. Yeah, those likes and those views.
The fake people, the fake likes. People going by and just saying like, you know, most of those times, people that just like it, they're your friends, and they scroll and they just like.
Yeah, and the more they get, the better they feel.
You got a handful of people that are real genuine in their likes, and then you got the ones that just scroll and like on their way through.
Yeah, that's true too. I mean, so if you're basing your whole confidence on something, you know, you're getting from artificial intelligence.
Yeah, again, you know, there's no more hand-to-hand contacts. There's no more face-to-face conversations. There's no more handwritten sentiments. I mean,
no, I think it's you know, for us, you know, we look at it and I think it's not a good way to live. But like we say, everything is changing.
The world is changing in front of us,
and this is kind of what.
How old dinosaur-y, I feel.
Yeah, but and this is kind of how the world's going to. So maybe in 10 years there will be nothing but this. You know what I mean? And we don't know that.
Well, you don't know. Like, remember, the 80s came back. So, you know.
What, the clothes?
Yeah, the 80s came back. The music, and, you know, best generation of music. It came back. So, you know, we're always hopeful.
Yeah, maybe, things go retro.
You know, things go retro. Maybe we just jump back and just, you know, put the phones down, get out, enjoy the day, enjoy the sun, enjoy friends, make friends. You know, there was a song by, his last name was Graham, 7 years old, where he says his mother told him that to get some friends or he'll be lonely. You know, and that's exactly what it is. If you're inside on your computer,
yeah, that's true,
all the time, sooner or later, you're gonna end up lonely, and the world's gonna be past.
You're right, but as we keep moving forward in this life, more and more things evolve and revolve around technology. You know, once that metaverse is up and moving, which it is now, but once it's like a huge part of our lives, people won't even be leaving their homes anymore.
I don't know. You're talking about you're gonna have AI friends on.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's
VR platforms where you won't have to go out.
And that changes a lot of things.
Ready Player One, which was a great movie, Ready Player One. But you know, that's basically what you're going to see sooner or later. People living in VR world.
Yeah, and think about the social impact that takes. It takes because you're no longer social.
And you know the best part of that in that movie, Ready Player One, is that with this unobtainable beauty conversation that we're on. A world like that where you can be anything you want, it's kind of almost an escape from regular reality.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. But you know, before you know it, it's going to be, you know, some people's reality for real.
No, 100%.
You know, and I think that's a downfall of society. I think
it's social media and electronics has always and will be the downfall of society.
Yeah, I mean, there's a million good things that are about it because everybody uses it. But every time there's always something good about it. There's always something bad about it, and it's going like this.
Something comes out that's good.
You know what I mean?
Like I said, when something is always good at first and then turns out bad for you.
Yeah. There's always another side.
There's always that.
You know what I mean? There's always that other side to it, and I think we try to ignore the bad side of it, but when it starts to affect family and people, all for
friends.
this. And you feel, and I think it's like we talk about it because we're a little older, so we know a life without this.
Yes, yeah, I'm good without.
So we're still holding our ground and saying, well, no, you should do this. But these other kids who have grown up with all this is normal for them. You know what I mean? So they don't see a problem like we see it, and I think that's another problem in this.
Now people our age, or a little bit older, are having their kids teach us what to do because they feel like we're the ones lagging behind and we have to get up to date with all these new electronic and social media platforms.
Yeah, because we're trying to say this is go outside, have
go
friends,
outside, have fun, do this.
But Dad, this is the real life now.
And it's the
so we're clashing,
trying to pull us in. And we're lenient. We do get into it, but again, some of these, my youngest and all my kids, they can be on social media all day long.
Yeah, it's very easy. I mean, listen, the truth is, like, I've caught myself a few times just scrolling through things, and you'd be surprised how much time you can burn.
Oh yeah, all right.
Yeah. Like, let me look at this video for 5 minutes. Then you check this other one.
Other videos
and then boom.
And then by the time you know it, an hour and a half has passed.
Yeah, and it's addictive, and that's why we keep our videos short so you guys can come across it and watch it and maybe learn something from it.
Like it, share it, subscribe to it.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get that going, all right, guys? And
so anyway, I think, unattainable beauty, and this goes for men too as well, but I believe this is not a problem that's ever going to be solved.
No.
I like the fact that they're bringing,
you have back more.
You have plus size models, and you have, so you can see regular people do have a chance of becoming, becoming a model or something. I just, it's still a far-fetched, it's still 1 in a million shot, whether it's plus size or a normal model. But I do like that they have something in it, a little bit of something for everyone, kind of.
Now we got to just get plus size men up as models.
Because it includes the normal
models.
average people. You know what I mean? So you're not thinking, oh well, she's not average, so she's up here and I'm here. That's not the case. You know what I mean? You're still up here with her. It's just that you have different realities. You know what I mean? And so you can't always want to be in someone else's reality. You need to be in your own reality. But I think seeing these things that people look up to have more variety, I think it helps a lot. I think it's a good thing. I think it's showing that it's not just this one type of person that can do this type of thing.
Brings me back to the beginning. Everybody is beautiful in their own right. Everybody is. So just be the best version of you, and everything else will fall into place. Do more, be more. Something you gotta live by. Be more of yourself. Do more, and try to get as much as you can out of this life.
Yeah, if you're a hater, you need to stop what you're doing. You can't just sit there and hate on people for things they have or things they do or the way they look. You need to
for what you have.
to be happy for what you have, but also if you want to aspire to be something like that, then you need to get up and do something. Get up and make yourself better. You can't just hate on everybody and try and tear someone down to your level instead of you growing and going up to their level.
Sister Act 2. If you want to be somebody, if you want to go somewhere, you got to wake up and pay attention. Whoopi Goldberg. Sorry, I had to get that in there.
Whoopi, I've never seen that movie before.
Sister Act 2?
Mm-mm.
You've seen Sister Act 1?
Mm-mm.
Okay, this conversation is over. Thanks, guys, for stopping by. Hit those smash buttons, the like, subscribe, share, talk to your friends. Leave some comments, please. We'd just love to hear what you think about the conversations. If you have anything for us to speak on, let us know. And we'll see you there. We'll see you at another time.
True. Oh, you know what? One more thing. I remember what that thing was I was thinking about last episode.
I thought you'd come back with it. Go ahead.
OnlyFans.
Is that the website?
That's the app or whatever you want to call it. OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. I didn't tell
So
you.
that's where you get all these.
RC said that one. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, no, it's OnlyFans where you get, when you talk about, people go. If you go on OnlyFans, you'll see a lot of crazy things. People making money doing a lot of things that are definitely not. They're definitely not afraid. Yeah, they're definitely not afraid to reach out and explore new things on OnlyFans.
You hear that from me? Thanks, guys, for showing up, and I'll see you there. Okay? Thanks.
See you later.